Great. So now I'm gonna move forward and start with my second presentation of the day. I was really lucky to have 2 presentations in a row in the main stage. Yeah, thanks the organization for that. And this new presentation is about payments and the new features we introduced in Odoo to get paid from customers. And you're gonna be astonished, I promise you. Okay, getting paid in Odoo 11, how does it work and what are the new features? First, I will quickly introduce the things we've been worked on over the last months. I will showcase the brand new payment form. Well, actually, I just did in my previous presentation for those who attended it, and I will finish by conclusion. What's new? First, the payment form. In Odoo 10, Odoo 9, basically the payment were processed through the interface of payment acquirers. So whenever people were clicking Pay Now in the e-commerce or in the online quotation, they were redirected. There was a redirection to the website of those acquirers to manage the payment. And that was not a good customer experience because sometimes because of well, anything, issues in the browser and stuff, that was not efficient, and especially compared to the competition, our competitors who were managing that in an embedded way. So we are coming up with a new form to manage payment embedded into the solution. So you enter your credit card data straight in the payment form, and with a server-to-server mechanism, we interact behind the scene with the payment acquirer to authorize and process the payment. And not only we have done that for e-commerce or online quotations, but we have applied this mechanism for all our sales documents, including the simple quotations that you create in the system, and even the invoices. So eventually, you can now get paid online for invoices. Yeah, events rely on e-commerce and sales. So yes. It's fully integrated as well. So we have basically one unified tool to get paid online. Yeah, I will first start with the e-commerce, and I will demonstrate the purchase of a subscription product with automated invoicing. So at first, I'm gonna install the subscriptions in my system for the recurring invoicing. Here it is. So during this short demo, I will showcase two cases: an upfront payment for subscription, for instance, and a payment at the end, let's say after the delivery on the invoice. So I will so that it covers most of what the companies are doing today. Great. So I have in my subscription application, I have some products that people can buy on a recurring basis. For instance, the Odoo SaaS. This is a service I would like to publish on my website. Here it is. This product is not published yet. Clicking this toggle, I will get it published. This, just for the information, it's also something new I forgot to mention in my previous presentation about new features of website and e-commerce. The way you publish elements on the website has been unified. Whatever it is, products, events, blogs, forums, contact forms, the way to publish it, or even simple website pages, the way you publish it is the same. You simply click this toggle in the top bar. That being said, so here is my my recurring product. I will now install one new option in my e-commerce tool, which is the automatic invoice, so that whenever I get paid, I have an invoice that is created, issued, and marked as paid in the accounting, so that the accounting-wise, you don't have anything else to do in the system. Everything is fully automated and posted in your accounting on top of that. The icing on the cake. So in this first scenario, I will invoice based on ordered quantities, and I will manage payments upfront at the order. Okay, let's go through this. Checking out from e-commerce. Yes, okay, I can confirm my my card. Here are all the payment methods made available in the backend. I've got the choice through all my payment acquirers set up in my system. Here I have the credit cards managed with Authorize.net. I have bank contacts managed with Ingenico. And I also have the manual way to manage payments, the wire transfer, where you give payment instructions to the customer for a manual payment to process after the order. This is mostly useful for B2B. You can also ask your customers to pay by check if you are in the United States, for instance, or in Canada. Okay, let's select the credit card. So new thing here, you can pay straight from Odoo. You are no longer redirected to Authorize.net interface for payment processing. You enter your credit card data right here, and it will be transmitted to the payment acquirer and saved into the system through payment tokens. So we don't store any payment data into Odoo because we are not PCI compliant. We rely on the payment acquirer to do so, but we interact with them with a so-called payment token, kind of an ID. I will answer the question afterwards because we are a bit short of time. Sorry for that. No, that's fine. I know, but it should work. No. No, I put the right credentials for that. I didn't? Okay, I'll check this out. Thank you very much. Wow. Really good catch. Okay, let's start this over. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, I enter my credit card data. The system interacts with authorized.net for payment approval. And here it is. I didn't leave the Odoo interface at all. I'm still there. The payment has been confirmed. Now, so that's cool for the customer. In terms of customer experience, it's really great. Now, it's as seamless as that when it comes to the user. Getting to my e-commerce interface, I will retrieve this as a confirmed order. Here it is, top of my list. And let's see, and let's take a look at all the things automatically created in the system just because of the payment approval. I've got one subscription for my SaaS product. I've got one delivery scheduled for all my stockable items. I have one invoice already created and marked as paid into the system and recorded in the accounting. I also have technical details about the transaction in case of that kind of thing is really useful for the after sales in case of payment issue, that kind of things. So all the payment information are saved here, including the payment token. The customer now easily retrieves the placed order in his portal account. I will see my orders in the sales orders. Here it is. And I see all the details. The transaction that has been processed, so I know exactly when I've paid this transaction and the status of this payment. I have a link to the invoice and even to the delivery order. Okay. Without a click in the back end as the user. So this, here the e-commerce flow is fully integrated with all the operations running in my company. Right, so that was the order. So now let's place a second order. Coming back, I log in to the e-commerce, and now, yes, I really want to buy this iMac. I've been waiting for that for so long. Finally, I will do it now. I really like this website. It's so easy to buy because now I can reuse my payments data saved in the system. Here I retrieve all my payment tokens stored in the system and I can pay with that. Done in one click. So I click pay now and the payment is processed. That will make the difference for small stores when it's sometimes hard to attract and get people to the payment page. This will definitely make the difference. In terms of configuration, the shoppers can also update the payment methods and change and enter new credit cards into the system. And that is perfectly integrated with subscriptions in a way that from the portal, I can change the credit card that is used for subscription for automatic debit. Actually, here I have one subscription with a yearly debit that applies on my credit card. From here, I can change the credit card that is used for this debit. And I get the same contact form. So that was for upfront payments. Now let's go over a payment at the end of the process when people invoice and get paid after the delivery. For that, I will rely on the online quotations and the invoices. Let's go through this process. So I will play with a quotation that I will send to my customer for approval. He will sign out the quotation. I will deliver the goods or the services. At the end, I will issue an invoice, and I will request the payment from that invoice in the email that the customer receives. So at first, I go to my settings, go over all the options I have. Here are the new options available in Odoo 11, the online signature and payment. So beforehand, the ability to pay online quotations online or to sign them online was just related to the online quotation, where you could, when you still can create templates of quotation to deliver to the customer. That is mostly useful for businesses with packaged services, for instance. I will rely actually on both. I will use this one. But from version 11 on, you no longer have online. You no longer need online quotations to get paid online. Okay. And so what I will do is require a signature on the quotation, and then the payment on the invoice. So going to the invoicing settings, I will apply the online payments. So based on my internal processes and the way I deal with my customers, I simply install the option that fitted. I'm the salesman. I quickly create a quote for one of my best customers, selecting some products. A server, for instance. No, I will first select a default template. So a quotation template comes up with default products that that come up in the quoting interface, and with a very neat layout to pay and sign online. I will demonstrate that right now. This is my quote. I will send this to the customer, and here is what the customer will see. So he will see that button, accept and pay online. No, he should sign online, not pay online. Okay, no, it's good. This is what the customer will see when clicking that button. So this is the quotation with listing all the products and stuff. This is cool because you can actually make this quotation super appealing thanks to the website editor. It's based on the same feature than the website, and you can even drag specific contents for every single of the products listed in the quotation, so that it's, wow, you've got an awesome effect on the quotation, and it's super easy to use. So once customized with the building blocks and the images and stuff to make it super appealing, the customer simply scroll down, and so here is the history in terms of communication. For instance, you can accept, give some feedback, or reject the transaction, and that will send that as notification for the salesman on real time. Okay, I will put my signature to approve this order. Confirm, good. I've got even a link to see this order in my customer portal. Here it is. It has been confirmed. The customer approved the deal. I got it. Here is the delivery. So my warehouse knows got this request to process the delivery. The delivery is done. I can create the invoice, and I will now request the payment. I'll validate, send it by email. I will use the link given here. You see, so even without being logged into my system, I have access to the invoice, and it's fully secured. Here it's relying on a token that is given in the URL. So it's kind of yeah, secured code to only access this invoice from the very email I'm getting. I click Pay Now. The system relies on the same payment form that I was using on eCommerce and the online quotations. And then I can enter my credit card data and process the payment. Also, something cool, I sign in here. I don't have any account yet. The system comes up with my customer information, so that when signing up, my account will be automatically linked to my past history in terms of invoicing, orders, etc. I just have to enter a password, and I'm signed up. Compared to other systems, it's really great, because in other systems like Magento or even Shopify, the process to sign up is boring, it's long, it's like a form with 10 or sometimes even more fields. Here, just 2 fields, you just enter a password and you confirm it, and that's it. Then, just to finish this, I have my invoice, I think it's that one. Yes, it is. Pay now. I enter my credit card data. And I pay. It's done. It's recorded as being paid. And in my accounting, it's also recorded as a journal entry, so that the job is done. I will just have to reconcile that with my bank statement. But it will be automatically suggested, so that it's seamless even for the accountant. So whatever you do in your company, whether you get paid upfront or at the end after the delivery, you can now rely on this payment form to get the money, to get the cash. So this is the new payment form. As I said, so we fully support the 2 modes of getting paid. You can get approvals from signature from a payment when it comes to online orders. The customer simply clicks on the link he gets on the email to pay or to sign. We have improved the customer portal, as I said, with an easy setting, B2B, B2C, to allow a free sign-up. The ability to sign up and to link your account to your past history. And yeah, as a conclusion, as I just said, from now on, any kind of company can benefit from this great tool to handle the customer payments more easily, and also to provide a very good customer experience to the customers. Because something I didn't say is that actually the portal comes with any kind of application you install in the system. You no longer need a website to have a customer portal. It will this option of creating a customer account or even a vendor account will come up as an option with those applications without even without creating a website running on Odoo. So that's not it. We're also working on improving that in the future. We'd like to better process refunds from Odoo, so like having a button to trigger a refund. We have it, but for only one payment acquirer. We'd like to extend that to the others. We would like also to improve the process in case of payment error or communication error in between Odoo and the payment acquirer. In terms of user experience, we'll also like to merge the payment forms for customer side and accounting side for the user to be super easy to manage payments in the backend. So for now, you have payment transactions when it comes to the real online payment, and you have the journal entries for you have the payments in your accounting, and would like to merge that together. This will enable the salesman to record the credit card data of the customer straight from the backend. Now they can do it by just opening the link they send to the customer, but it's not obvious. You have to train them to do that. We also like to introduce out-of-the-box payment solutions that do not require any customization. We are already working on PayPal Express Checkout. This will come up quite soon in Odoo. And we will also extend the number of payment acquirers suggesting the system thanks to the in-app purchase. So we'll work hard with the community to provide payment acquirers specific for every single country. And also something we have in mind is making the system compatible with the payment terms in order the customer to pay in several steps according to the payment terms set up on the quotation or the invoice. So those are the leads of the ideas we have in mind to improve it for version 12. Thank you very much. So I don't know, do we have time for a few questions or not? Otherwise, you can come to me afterwards. Okay, all right. So we have some time for questions. Okay, we don't have the time for questions. So come to me after the presentation or during the break, and I will be really happy, delighted to assist you with. Thank you.